Hey y'all, and welcome to the Sugar Diaries with Belle. I am your host, Belle, and on this podcast, we discuss diabetes awareness. We talk about type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes, gestational diabetes, just all things diabetes. And I do this because when I first got diagnosed, I really wanted to hear from someone who had living experience with diabetes. Google wasn't telling me what I wanted or any of the ups and downs or anything like that. And doctors can only tell you what they know, but they don't know the living experience of being a diabetic. So that is why I do this. Today, I have a guest on the podcast, and I'd like to introduce Kimberly. She is also a type 1 diabetic, and I want to discuss her living experience of living with type 1 diabetes. So, Kimberly, hello.
Hello, Belle. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. So first off, how long have you been a diabetic?
I have been a diabetic for 42 years
Oh wow.
since the age of 2 years old.
Oh wow. Okay. So when you were diagnosed at 2, what was that like? And
Uh,
if you can even remember that, or have your parents told you anything about what that was like?
my parents so much told, they told me, but I don't remember. Um, they didn't have a clue to what was going on with me. I was just sick and I had like flu-like symptoms
Mm-hmm.
and took me to the hospital and happened to be type 1 diabetic. But back in my days, it was rare. You wouldn't really hear about
Mm-hmm.
diabetes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So how was it with them giving you insulin growing up? Did they know exactly how to give it to you and the
Mm,
dosage and things, or were there like
no.
mishaps? Yeah.
Well, I had a home care nurse that would come. She would teach them how to, give me my insulin, my dosage.
Okay.
And I would also, it was either they would come to me or I would go to the clinic. And that's how, because my mom was a young mom. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how, because that was like my honeymoon stage, and I was having severe lows at the time, and my mom didn't know how to take care of me. So she had their phone numbers on speed dial, and working with the nurses, and that's how she was able to take care of me and my diabetes. But yeah, they didn't have a clue. And
Okay.
to this day, she still doesn't really know much about taking care of a diabetic.
Mm-hmm. That's understandable.
Mhm.
It takes a lot, even for us to do it for
Yeah.
ourselves. So,
Mhm.
at what age or around what age did you start giving yourself insulin and handling the diabetes
Um,
yourself?
okay. I think around 4 or 5 years old, they started teaching me how to inject myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That is so
around 4 or 5 years
young.
old.
That's a
Very
lot of
young.
responsibility for a child.
Yep. Yeah. They taught me it was using a Cabbage Patch doll.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you wear a pump or were pumps around at that age for you?
No,
Okay.
pumps were not around.
Mm,
Mm-mm.
okay. So you had to manage it. How was it? Did you have like highs and lows or how did you I know you probably weren't perfect at it. So
No, I was not.
yeah, how did
Mm-mm.
you handle the highs and lows?
Well, me being a child,
Mhm.
going into teenage years, I didn't care.
Mhm.
I honestly didn't care. I ate whatever I wanted. Um, I would, give myself insulin if I didn't want to. I didn't want to. And
Mhm.
um, yeah. So, I in the back of my mind, I was like, doctors are lying. I don't have this disease. I don't need to live
Mhm.
on insulin. So that was just how I handled it.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah.
So then
Uh-huh.
was your sugar high a lot then?
It was very, very high.
Mm.
Because I was in the honeymoon stage for quite some time, so I would have severe lows in the middle of the night, wake my mama up,
Mm.
and I'll be having seizures,
Mhm.
and like throughout the day, I'll be very high. That one year I was hospitalized 12 times in the ICU
Wow.
for yeah, going into DKA. diabetic
Uh-huh.
ketoacidosis.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I have not experienced. I guess I've
Oh,
only
you.
been diabetic for 8 years, and yeah, I have not
Okay.
experienced it, but I've heard about it.
It's the worst feeling ever.
What is it? Could you describe more about that?
Um, the best way I can describe it is a slow death.
Wow.
That's that's the only way I can describe it. Having trouble breathing,
Mm.
heart palpitations, very weak, nauseous, very thirsty, and anything I would eat or drink, I would throw it right up. I
Oh,
didn't
wow.
have no, yeah, so it was horrible,
Wow.
horrible. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so now, are you
Mm-hmm.
on fast acting and low acting insulin, or are you
Yes,
like it's steady?
I'm on both. I'm on fast acting and long lasting. Yes,
Okay.
I'm on. Mm-hmm. Yes, and I am MDI, multiple daily injections.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that's the same with me. I take the fast acting every morning, and then every time I eat or drink or just to manage my
Mm-hmm.
sugar, I do the
Yes.
I mean the fast acting. I take the slow acting every morning. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Long acting. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, wow. That's a lot to
Mhm.
go through your whole life.
Yes,
When did you
definitely.
finally like start managing it better and
Mhm.
just getting serious about it and realizing like I have to do this for life?
Um, it took me to have my kids. My kids made me want to change my life, and I'm like, hey, I need to be living, for them.
Mhm.
I didn't change how I took care of myself till I had my children,
Mhm.
and it was a slow process, but hey, I'm here now, and I love what I do. I say it like this because I take care of myself. I watch what I eat, count my carbs. You know, I know my macros, so I take very good care of myself. My A1C right now is 7.4, and I think that's pretty good.
Mhm. It is. Mine's
Yes.
actually at
Mm-hmm.
8.5, so I'm working on it.
Okay. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So you said macro. I'm still learning things. I don't know what
Okay.
that is.
Macros.
Mhm.
That's like your nutrition facts. That's like learning how to, yeah, nutrition facts.
Okay, and
Oh.
I'm still terrible
Mm-hmm.
at counting carbs. I'm not good at it.
uh, and I say I hated having diabetes growing up, but I thank God that I do because it's a kind of a blessing to me because and I have type 1 diabetes, so I have to watch what I eat.
Mhm.
And so every time I go out or I'm going grocery shopping, I'm always checking nutrition facts,
Mhm.
and I'm making sure I'm getting the right nutrients, the right carb counts and everything. I watch what I eat, and it's just for me to live a long, healthy life.
Yeah.
Maybe if I didn't have this disease, maybe I wouldn't care, and I would be
Mhm.
eating everything in sight.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
definitely a big lifestyle change. I can't imagine
it
like
sure is.
starting out your life, at 2
Mm-hmm.
to do that cuz even at 30 for me, like I'm getting
It's
this and it
hard.
was new to me and I'm like everything it has now changed for me. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that is definitely an experience. Well, for any new diabetics out there, or if you could give advice to people listening, whether they're
Mm-hmm.
new to diabetes or just interested or
Mm-hmm.
anything like that, what advice would you give?
I would say the best advice I can give is don't always listen to your doctor.
Mm-hmm.
You are living with this disease. You know your body more than them.
Mm-hmm.
So I say listen to your body, but and yeah,
Yeah, and I think
yeah,
that's
'cause-
great advice.
and we have to advocate for ourselves.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, I had to
Mm-hmm.
learn that myself too, because I'm like, the doctor definitely is not always right. We have to
Nope.
know our bodies, just like you said.
Exactly.
And I stay
Hmm.
preaching that as well. They're not living with it, they just have facts
Nope.
about it. So, um,
Yes.
very important. Okay, well, is there anything else you wanted to share about diabetes, the lifestyle, anything?
No, I just say, but I would like to say, us type ones, type twos, we need like the more we know about this disease, we are living with it. I like to educate others that don't
Mm-hmm.
really know too much. So I'd
Hmm.
say, hey, let's educate one another.
Yeah.
We on the same team. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's build a community where we all
Yes.
support each other. And
Mm-hmm.
emotional support is very much needed
That's
out
right.
here.
Yes, definitely so.
Mm-hmm.
Because this disease comes with a lot of ups and downs, and no one
Mm-hmm.
understands it.
Mm-hmm.
A regular person wouldn't understand what we go through on a day-to-day basis, and they see our blood sugars high or low. They're quick to tell us, "Oh, you're a bad diabetic." No.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And also, speaking of that, there are people out there, and I wonder what's your opinion on this? Those people who are like, you can always just cure your type 1 diabetes if you eat right and exercise, or if you drink this tea, you'll cure your type 1
Mm-hmm.
diabetes. Like, how do you
Yeah.
respond to stuff like that?
I try to educate them and tell them the truth.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's nothing, there's no supplements, there's nothing that we can take to cure the diabetes. My pancreas, I'm a type 1 diabetic, my pancreas does not work. It does
Mm-hmm.
not produce insulin. There's no cure. There's nothing I can take to, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I had just had a conversation with someone the other day that he's a type 2 diabetic, and he tried to tell me that he takes cinnamon supplements and that helps him
Okay.
manage his blood sugar.
Okay. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. People.
Hmm.
Yeah, and there are some people you just can't convince. But like you
Yeah.
said, when it comes down to it, our pancreas doesn't work. So
Hmm.
unless we get a new
No,
pancreas, know that
that's
none
right.
of your cures are going to work. That's just simple as
Hmm.
that. So
Yes.
yeah, that's how people are though. But I really appreciate you being on my show today. Thank you so much for joining and giving your experience on diabetes. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you having me.
All right. Thank you. And so,
Okay.
with that, you guys, we are going to end this podcast for today. I will catch you all in the future. Oh, Kimberly, if you want to say your TikTok to let people know where they could follow you, get more advice from
Uh-huh.
you, let them know.
Okay. My TikTok is Kimberly. Oh, I can't even remember it right now. Hold up. My TikTok is Kimberly T1Z. Kimberly T1Z. You
Okay.
can find me there.
And you all
Mm-hmm.
can always find me at Southern_Bell. That's Bell 678. And you can always message me if you would like to be a guest on the podcast or just look for information, anything like that, any questions you all need. I really appreciate
Mm-hmm.
everyone for listening today. And again, thank you, Kimberly, for joining.
You're more than welcome.